Mansoor cleared PMP in 2 weeks. Yes, guys, you heard me right. Mansoor cleared PMP in 2 weeks.
I would have not been able to clear the exam if Amer Ali would have not been there. I would have not been.
I did not believe that I will be able to clear my PMP within a month.
I don't know what to say actually. Like I'm kind of like really
And I
trembling.
got my results and I was above target in all three categories.
Wow. So this is the, I have to say, this is really wow. You cleared PMP in 2 weeks. So guys, Mansoor joined batch 3. Yes, the batch 3 which ended in the last week of March, and today is 7th April. He cleared PMP with all above target. First of all, Mansoor, congratulations from the entire PMP community for clearing PMP in such a minimum time, and it's just fascinating to me. And Mansoor, please share your entire journey. How did you do it? What were the things? And then we'll get to the exam later on. Please share your journey.
Thank you so much. First of all, I would give you more credit to you for this because of your mentorship and your guidance. It was not possible for me to clear this PMP within 2 weeks of time. Actually, once I started, I heard because in the first week of March, I was talking to my one of the friends because I had a plan to clear the PMP
Okay.
from long time, but I was discussing with one of my friend and who referred to me to you basically, and then I contacted you, and after that, basically our main journey is started, and you told me that your session is going to be started at from 11. So I was very much hopeful, and initially you shared with me some of the videos to see. I saw them, and initially, our time was started from 11th of March when our classes were actually started. And the work was a lot because I had to manage it along with my office. I was coming means working till 6 o'clock in the office, and after that I had have to complete all of the assignments during the classes. The classes went up till the 21st of March. Then after that, our main proper preparation was started. So after that, it was a challenge for me, and I spent a lot of my time, and I struggled a lot to have more knowledge and to have more means the learning for the things. So as much as I was going through, and in between, I was consulting to you, Mr. Ahmed, during the time, and your motivation and your especially I would say that follow up, your follow up was really was always actually it was a kind of alarm for me, or it was a kind of the threat for me that a message is going to come or message came. Now I will have to respond and I will have to do something. So at the end, even once Sir Amer, you told me that you should book the exam, and I was thinking that I was not much confident. And first of all, I would like to thank you that you had a faith on me that I can do that. And I was thinking, no, I will have to get more means preparation, and I will have to have more practice tests. Okay. So and also I was working during the hectic routine, so I was little bit worried that how it will be possible. But after that, after a little push, because I have even asked you to give the exam on 10, but you insisted me. And then after that, I thought that if you have the faith on me, why I should not do this? So let's go on that. So I booked the exam, and then yesterday up till evening time, as suggested by you, I overall see the things, and then after that I gave the time to myself to get relaxed, and after that I gave the exam today. and Alhamdulillah, I passed.
Okay, okay. Now this was a very comprehensive journey, and I really love the way how passionately you explained each and everything. So let's talk about those 50-50 questions. How important those were for clearing the PMP exam?
Basically, the 50-50 questions are the major breakthrough, because those are the questions that the first time we interact with after having the means the class works. Those were the first with whom we are interacting with, and and once we were solving those questions, we were getting more knowledge about the topics, and especially the RCAs that we were doing. Okay, that were helping us a lot to means understand the things, and to this especially to solve the questions.
Okay, okay. So how much root cause analysis was important in that context?
Is root cause analysis is very much important to do it, because it gives the information of the correct answer, as well as the answers that are not correct, and indirectly, while solving one question, we are getting the knowledge of four basically topics or four things, because of the alternate the alternate options that are wrong. So we are also getting the knowledge why they are wrong. So this was really helpful in understanding the things.
Okay, okay. So you
And
did the, yeah,
yes,
please go ahead.
actually, I would also suggest everyone that along with the RCA, they also try to manage the time. Basically, the time, because I was not expecting that the exam will be so much lengthy, I mean, with the lengthy questions. Once I went into there, and I hardly could able to manage it.
Yeah, that is important thing I want to know. Although you never had a issue of time management there. Now
Yes,
I want to put that in the context. PMP exam is becoming hard. So let's first walk me. Your exam was in Oman, right?
yes, yes.
Which area in Oman? Muscat or Salah?
Muscat. Muscat is
Muscat.
capital, and here we have two main centers.
Yeah, I've been to Oman. So yeah, so your exam was in Muscat. You went at what time your exam was?
My exam was at 9 o'clock, and
Hmm.
I went there around 8:15, 8:20,
Okay, okay,
and I reached there. And once I entered into the exam, immediately means I get enrolled, and after
okay,
that they lead me to the room, and
okay,
where they started the initial means the tutorial that
okay.
was of about 7 minutes, and after that it was started my exam.
Okay, okay. So the tutorial was started, and you have 230 minutes for the real PMP exam, right?
Yes, I had the
Okay,
230 minutes, and initially once my exam was started, I hardly could able to, because I was watching the time also. Initially, I was little relaxed, so and I get little late also, and I could able to finish my in first 60 questions. I was supposed to finish my 60 question by around 155 to 150 minutes, but I could able to, because after that the review, I didn't know that know about the review thing, because even during the review also, even once I was reading the things that they are asking me to do you want to review two times, the message is coming. So once I was reviewing, 1 or 2 minutes also gone in that. So approximately 147 minutes left when I finished my first session, and I took a break.
still that's okay. Still,
Yes.
still, still that's okay. But of course, I never recommend to uh, review. But it was obviously your choice. You did it. You reviewed it. But still, 147. Then
No,
you took
actually,
your.
I didn't review the questions. I want to highlight this for the others, because once the time completes, the system is asking that do you want to review it. First time I have to read that, And then after that I said yes, and then after that again the same question message came. Then and after that I have to end this review. Without reviewing it, it took me while reading and understanding it, and it took two
Yeah,
minutes
yeah.
around.
Okay, okay.
So I
So
would suggest everyone that if though they don't want to review it, immediately they should say yes and they should end the review.
yeah, so that's interesting thing to put in the context. Once you are done with the 60 question, what Mansoor is saying, the exam asks you, do you want to review? Which I recommend now for student to student vary. I recommend no review. So you put it no, I don't want to review. Then the question asks you, do you want to take the break? So you took the break, right?
Yes, I took the break. I
You
took the
took the
both breaks for 10 minutes.
and you follow deep breathing exercise and
Yes.
chocolate and
Yeah,
everything that.
it was really helpful for me that I took the break and get myself relaxed, and I took the breathing exercise before doing it, and it was a sufficient time for me to regain my strength.
It was sufficient time for you to do it there. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So, okay, let's walk us to what about second and third one? What happened there?
The second and third one, basically, again, for the second 60 questions, I was supposed to finish it within 75 minutes, but I could able to finish them in 80 minutes.
Okay,
So at the end, I had only 70 to 69 minutes were remaining for the exam.
still it's a
So
still
yes,
it's a good time. Yes,
yes.
still it's a good time. Okay, okay. So you went there. You had 67 minutes or 69 minutes. So what about in the last section? How much you were able to
The
complete?
last section, actually, it was really, I want to highlight it to you that the last section, once I was doing from the start, I tried to be on the pace, but at the end, suddenly I don't know what happened, but still the 15 minutes remaining and 25 questions were remaining for me. Okay. So after that, you gave me some of the suggestions that I have to throughout, basically throughout the exam, what the main thing helped me that you gave me your some of the things that I have to think that I myself is in the agile environment and working as a servant leader. Okay, so this thing basically helped me a lot while solving because a lot of the questions were there that were having the means the confusion in between the options. So just I could able to finish them by assuming that if I would be as in working as a servant leader, what I will be able to do because the time limit was a lot, and we don't have the time to recall the things one by one that what has to be done first and after that what has to be done later. So this approach is really helped me a lot to finish my. And at the end, what happened once I reached to the last 25-minute question, I start, means started completing the questions more with the same concept, and I could able to finish it within 1 month. Last minute was remaining when I finished that exam.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, let me just, I'll come to you. First, let's get the congratulations from everyone.
Thank you so much.
Man Khan, my co-facilitator, is saying it's a great achievement. He did PMP and then he recently did RMP. Okay. Mary, my one-to-one student, recently joined. She did CAPM. Now she's doing PMP. She is saying congratulations. Uzair from batch two. The first, Uzair was the first PMP of batch two. So he's saying very happy to see from batch three. Congratulations. Surinder from batch two. He cleared PMP and gave a gift on me on 31st of March saying congratulations. Wasim from batch 3 is saying congratulations. Wasim will be following your footstep very soon. Abu Bakr Ismail is saying okay. Then you have a congratulation from LinkedIn. I cannot see who exactly is saying, but still the congratulation is congratulation. Okay. Then we have it from Pawan. Yes, Pawan was saying it was a quick achievement. Congratulations, Mansoor. No doubt, you did it on a record time. He did it in less than 2 weeks. I put it 2 weeks just to make it more realistic, but actually he did it in less than 2 weeks. Okay, Mary has a question. Did you stop after every 60 question and got a break?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I stopped my after 60 questions. I took a break.
Okay, okay. So you took the break and you work into that. Okay. Uh, just to put in the context, once you are done with the 60 question, the exam asks, do you want to review? And then the exam asks, do you want to take a break after 60, then 120, and after 180 question there is basically survey. So there's a 10
Yes.
minute break, and he took it that. Okay, Anzala is saying, Anzala Abdurrahman, when did you start basically preparing for PMP and the cost of preparation session? Cost I will share. Please, can you share when did you start preparing for PMP?
Actually, as I mentioned earlier, that I get to know from my one because I had a plan to do it from long time, but due to some concerns and exactly I would say that in 2012 I get a training session one time for the PMP, but what they did, they just
There was
teaching
no
like a
follow up.
book, the reading a book. So I
Okay.
really get scared that it is that much of this stuff and how I can be, is it possible? It was not even clear to me that how, and slowly, because of my other commitments and other the things, after that I shifted from Qatar to the Oman. So, and after that, I always had this in my mind. But during the first week of March, when I was talking to one of my friends, okay, he was also passed through Sir Amer. So after that, and what the thing mainly fascinated for me on that time while talking with him, he said that Sir Amer is saying that there is no need for the book. And I thought, how is that possible that the without book, PMP book, it is possible that the PMP will be cleared. So, and this was the main, the key point that highlighted to me, and then I contacted to him, to Sir Amir.
So you read any book in my program?
No, I only before that, yes, sometime only few, but once I was starting, it was
No,
I
no,
was
no.
feeling
Let,
that a
let
lot
me
of the
focus. Let me focus in my program, which you joined in March and cleared now. Did you read any book?
no, I
Yeah.
didn't read the book.
That's an interesting thing, guys. I'm not against books. If you just look at behind me, I'm a very much book reader and a comic fan, of course. So, but I know most of the people don't like to read the books. So I read PIM book 6, PIM book 7, and of course I'm on the ATP. I took all the material and put it in the context. So Andala, to your second question, PMP exam fees is $545. We have two programs. One is group program. The next group program is starting actually next Friday, and the fees for that batch program is $499. And if you want to join one-to-one program, you can join at any time. The fees for that is $999, and these fees are fixed. We don't negotiate on that. Okay. Your batchmate is saying congratulations, Mansoor.
And yes, I am hoping that Amir
He,
Imam also would be the next for that.
Yeah,
He's
he will
also,
be following you. He will be following you within a week or so. He actually got some issue, some family thing, and he had to delay it like for a week. Otherwise, he would be following just behind you or with you. Okay, let's talk about a little bit about this thing. So in Oman, what was the check-in processes? You have to show them IDs, or what was the thing? Since you are not Omani national, so what did they check?
no, we have the resident card, and in the only they are checking the name that is listed. We are listing it out, okay, to
Okay.
have the proper name. So what I did, I took the resident card, okay, along with my passport. If the card will not work out, then I will take. But the card was sufficient for that, the resident card.
Okay. Okay. So the card was sufficient, and the check-in process were easy, or were there any trouble? And do you have to wear mask now because of COVID restrictions or not?
Yes, actually, what when I get the email, in that email they asked me to wear the mask plus the surgical the gloves also. But and the check-in process was easy and it was quite comfortable. It doesn't took me more than 2 minutes, 3 minutes of time. So just they enrolled my name and after that they get the signature. and they introduced me to the room. And once I went, because I have to put all of the things in the locker. That's just because whatever the belongings I had, all of the things I have to put this in the locker, and then after that they allowed me to go into the room.
Okay. So when you went into the break, so you opened the locker and then you took your chocolate and your water. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about the exam a little bit. How exam, which area was more dominated? And guys, if you still have any question, please put it in the chat box. And Mansoor is with us. He will
Then I
obviously
will take.
answer.
But the card was sufficient for that.
Okay. So tell me this, which area was most highlighted in the exam?
Actually, most highlighted what I have seen, mostly it was related to the people area. The people area and the yes, and in that people area, the even the questions were very much long.
How
Not
long?
only the questions, the answers also were long.
How long? How much long?
How long means once we were reading it, just because of those lengthy questions, I couldn't able to meet means exact the time I was targeting to finish it within 5 minutes or 10 minutes early, but I couldn't able to do that. I had to means I only could able to finish it only on time or within 1 minute less or 2 minutes less.
Yeah, that's a very interesting fact for every single person. This is like the 10th certified PMP sharing that with me, that the exam is becoming long and long. It's not the every single person has that. From last 15 PMP, 10 or 12 of them has long, just like you, and while other people have a small line questions. Okay, so people was dominated apart from the people, stakeholder communication team. This was the most dominated area.
Yes, this was the main dominated area, especially related to the teams.
Team.
And yes, and their conflicts.
Okay, conflicts, emotional intelligence, virtual team, training need assessment,
Yes,
motivational theory, every single thing was important in the exam, right?
yes, yes,
Okay, okay. So how many questions you had where you have to select multiple options? You have single option,
yes.
multiple options.
It was only two or three maximum.
How
Two,
many how many drags and op?
two,
How many graph?
one.
One graph. Any fill in the blank?
No.
No fill in the blank. Okay. How many questions were from risk and quality and procurement?
Um from procurement, it was about 2 to 3 questions, maximum five questions I have seen, and quality related questions were there around 5 to 10, and few questions were I was surprised that there were very less questions related to the cost.
Okay.
But there were some of the questions related to the schedule and
Any critical
and
path, any critical path question
no,
where you have to calculate
no,
any
no.
formula question.
Formula only one. That was related to the means related to the most likely means that was related to those questions.
Okay,
That's it.
okay, okay, okay. That's enough. That's enough. We cannot go into, we cannot share the exact question. In It's against PMI ethics. Okay, so what about compliance? How many questions were there from compliance?
Exactly, I couldn't able to means
Almost.
count them, but approximately as compliance related questions were there around we can say 10 to 15 questions were there related to that.
Which area was most difficult? First, second, or third?
The first area was difficult. The first initial because the main thing what I want to highlight because we are not used to the question is to the system. Once we are going into that, okay, and we have to focus on them, and there is a time is going on, and we get familiar to the system, and we get relaxed in that time. We are taking more time little. We
Yeah.
have to get used to that. Yes, first of all.
Okay, okay, that's an interesting topic to say. Okay, your final advice, you have given us a lot of information to all PMP aspirants. Take your time and share your advice to the all PMP aspirants.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your. Uh, what I will say. they should do RCA, and they should not only focus on they definitely should do the RCA because this gives the overall knowledge of the PMP. But along with that, they really have to work on the time, because nowadays what I am hearing from everyone, and I heard the other persons once they were doing it, they could some of the persons could able to do it, and some of the persons, but once the test is coming with the lengthy questions, then it is quite difficult. And the problem is here, if we couldn't able to manage, means we cannot succeed.
Okay, thank
So
you.
we have to go for the time management as well.
Okay. Now you know my mantra of life. Each one, teach one. So we have from batch 15 Usman, batch 1 Sabir, then batch 2, batch 3. We have a lot of students helping other students. Now from batch 3, I need you to take up this mantle. I need you to become the lightning rod. I need you to take the batch 3 with you and make sure every single individual of batch 3 clear exam in April. April just started, man, so they
Yes,
have the chance to easily clear the exam in April, and I am counting on you for that. So today you cleared the exam, and I know how hard it must have been for all that time, as you were saying me, and that for 20 days you have been working continuously, and even the you have been problem with the sleep and other things, but finally everything paid off. So
yes,
now is the time to relax with your family, give them the time, and let's just keep moving forward, help each other, and enjoy our life. Thank you very much,
inshallah.
Mansoor, for joining. Best of luck for future endeavors.
Thank
Please stay.
you.
Please stay.
I would first, lastly, I will again thank you to you, because of I totally agree that without your means the guidance and especially the follow up, it was not easily possible.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very much, Mansoor. Ibrahim is the first PMP of 2022. Abhishek, Mr. Hisam Khan. Oh, one of my student, Palisa. Adirud, we have Jangir with us. Ali, Abhilash, Sabir, Asad, Yo Manish, Abhishek, Mr. Jamal, Mr. Amer, Alvin, Neha, Mr. Raju, Pradeep, Amit, Rashmi, Amana, Uzair, Said, Rash, Ghulam, Muhammad, Aarti, Pawan, Tariq, Iqtidar, Numan, Mandar, Muazzam, Niju, Abraham, Wasim, Ahmed, Janjua, Aj, Usman Khan, Afzal Ali. So here we have my 100 certified PMP in 2022.